Welcome, folks. Welcome to Tarot by Izzy from Central Scotland. Your company is much appreciated. Thank you for supporting me by watching my videos and liking and subscribing. This really helps me grow my channel and make new friends along the way. The cards I'm going to be using today are the AKASHIC Tarot, and I'm going to pull a card from the Starseed Oracle as well. I've just uploaded a video in relation to the allegations about Kevin Costner and concerning the Johnny Depp Amber Heard Defamation Trial. And I'm now going to have a wee look because, as I said in an earlier recording, this trial is the gift that keeps on giving. So it follows on from the evidence that Amber Heard gave on Thursday, May the 5th, under the direction from her side. She was being asked questions. And then she mentioned in her testimony, and apparently there's fist bumping or whatever it is, she mentioned in her testimony Kate Moss. So I did a wee bit digging, and again, because I'm old and ancient, I can recall this as well. But I went and have a wee check just to make sure I was right about the relationship. And it looks like, yes, Johnny Depp and Kate Moss, they were known as one of the showbiz couples of the 1990s. They dated between 1994 and 1997. So Heard had brought this up as part of her witness testimony, that the reason there was this interaction between herself and Johnny Depp was that she recalled an alleged incident where Johnny Depp was alleged to have pushed Kate Moss down a flight of stairs. Now, I think the quote was, "I don't hesitate and wait. I instantly think of Kate Moss and stairs," Heard said, in a move that prompted celebrations from Depp's lawyers. So that'll be interesting. And it also states Moss has not accused Depp of being violent when they were together. And it looks like Moss and Depp met at a New York cafe in 1984. They were introduced by a celebrity columnist. Maybe that's what I need to do. No, just get introduced to someone. Not interested in somebody else in their 60s. And said they had no idea they would become such an it couple at that time. A wee bit about Kate herself. Catherine Ann Moss, born January 16, 1974. She's a Capricorn, which is symbolised by the horned goat. And she is a British supermodel businesswoman. She's gorgeous. I always remember being absolutely gorgeous. I was always envious because I'm wee and fat. And she's just glamorous, lovely. And Naomi Campbell and all the rest of it. Oh, they were all gorgeous. Still are gorgeous. Anyway, right. Arriving at the end of the supermodel era, Moss rose to fame in the early 1990s as part of the, I'm not going to say that word, a chic fashion trend. Her collaboration with Calvin Klein brought her to fashion icon status. She's known for her waifish figure. Well, I'm certainly not going to be known for that myself. Waifish figure and a role in the size zero fashion. Mind you, no hard on having a wee bit to hold on to, I say. She's also known for her own clothing range. She's been involved in musical projects and also a contributing fashion editor for British Vogue. In 2012, she became second on the Forbes top earning models list with an estimated earnings of $9.2 million in 1 year. The accolades she received for modelling include the 2013 British Fashion Awards, acknowledging her contribution to fashion over 25 years, while Time named her one of the world's 100 most influential people in 2007. That's what I should try and be, an influencer. So I got that from Wikipedia. So we're going to use, as I say, the AKASHIC tarot card here as well. We'll just get everything out the way. We've got the cards a good shuffle. And then we'll ask the questions. Oh, just in case you're wondering, it's just a pendulum. That's all it's in that bag. You know, I thought if I wanted to ask any questions or seek any clarifications, but the cards so far have been pretty good. We have been pretty lucky. We've been blessed. So I'll just say thank you to the universe again for keeping me on the straight and narrow. So it's saying here, I'm on the straight and narrow. Thank you. Right, anyway, without further ado, because I do get carried away. Let's pop that back in there. Right, so we've got no good shuffle. Let's cut the cards. We'll do the pyramid style, see if we can get it on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just they're slightly overlapping. We'll be fine. Right, 5, 6, 7. Pop that there. 8. Okay. Right. So, what were the influences at the time when Kate Moss and Johnny Depp? They were such a gorgeous couple. They really were. Mind you, there's no seeing me. I'd have given him a good laugh. I'd say that. I'd give him a good laugh, but there'd been nothing else. I don't think I would have been his cup of tea. Anyway, so what influences were in play? You know, how good were they together? And it was the King of Scrolls. We can see that there. Okay, we have the King of Scrolls. These were the sort of the immediate to long-term past we're having a look at there. And if we look into the picture, we can see a man in the garden with the fence and the flowers and the scrolls. It's like contracts could be there. And I would suggest that's Johnny. Come across as Johnny a lot of work. Looking at scrolls, looking at scripts. This was a major influence in their relationship, I would suggest. He looks almost like distracted. You know, he's looking at something else. He's focused on something else and not necessarily in the relationship itself. Yeah, it's a communicator. They met through work, they met through an agent as well. An agent deals with contractors or journalists, I should say. So, yeah, he just walked into her life and she could see he was a talented man, good looking guy. Obviously in demand. He was already wearing the puff sleeves then as well. Quite a character. Look at the boots. You can see that in the boots, you know, like the Captain Jack Sparrow boots as well, the belt. So it's very much Johnny Depp. He was the influence that just blew in, I would say, and very much, you know, in demand for work. I think it's only until fairly recently he's not been in as much demand. So those influences were at play, you know, This is what walks in to her life. So how does she feel about Johnny? I'm sorry I've got this overlap, but I'm trying to get it all together. And it's the one of scrolls, and it's in the reverse. In the upright, you're going on a journey, and you've got choices to make, you've got destinations to go, and you're on track. So she felt with Johnny they were going off track. They weren't going in the same lines, they weren't travelling together, they were separating. So she felt that they were going in opposite directions, they weren't going in the same direction, I would suggest there. And this this led to the separation, because it looks like Johnny is very, very focused in what he is doing there. Well, he's sort of building his career, even though he's in quite a bit of demand then. Um, the two of them weren't going on the same direction, and they had that blockage. And it certainly came to a time where they were saying goodbye to each other. It's sad. So the next question is going to be, why did the relationship end? But I think I'm already seeing it there. Was there anything else? It's the Six of Scrolls. Yep. Oops. It's in the reverse. The Sands of Time. It just run out. It run out of time. It just couldn't be um, repaired. It's sad. Um, you know, I think that there's not really much more you can say about that one. It just come to an end, I would say, in relation to that one as well. And then finally, on this row, what does Kate Moss think? And these are all allegedly, and for information, I'll not stand up in a court of law. So, uh, just as I say, don't take things too seriously. So, what does she think about the trial so far? And in the upright, you're setting your course. You've got the Three of Scrolls, you've got the man looking out on the horizon, he's got his eyepiece there, or is that what do you call it, a telescope? And the solicitors in the background. So, her view as she's watching Johnny looking to break the habit he was in, try and get away from what was holding him back, because he was in a situation bound up with illegal work, because this is the second time we've been in a trial, and he's now trying to set a course to get out. He's trying to break away, and this is why this is flipped into the reverse. He's looking to hopefully give himself the freedom he needs to move forward, to break away from whatever it was that's been holding him back. And looking at, she might be concerned of any of the how it's been interpreted, the court case as well, how it's been communicated, and how the people, the public at large, will view it. So she's taken that into consideration as well, I would imagine there. So, what shall we say now? So, what does she think? Does she think anything will be revealed in her and Johnny Depp's relationship? Does she think anything will be revealed in the trial? And we'll have will, wisdom, and mind, and that was in the reverse. And that's one of the major arcana. So, will there be more revelations? That's exactly the question we're going to ask. Wisdom might not prevail. So that is the worry that, and possibly the mind. I do think there's a lot of will be issues involved in this case as well, and I think that is going to lead to a loss of, well, just the loss of reputation of how you're being perceived as well in the public, as I say, because this is in the reverse, and she may feel that her values maybe being questioned, the history being dragged up, being revisited, being revealed, being discussed, and she's hoping that, you know, this doesn't happen. But if it does, she'll be strong enough to come through it. So effectively, she's not looking forward to history being revealed. You know, what's done's done. There's no point in going over it again, but because it has been mentioned, she's concerned that they'll go back to old, I don't know, newspaper articles, things like that, I would suggest. So how does she think this is going to impact on Johnny Depp's reputation now as well? The karmic trench, the Four of Scrolls in the upright. And we can see the man digging there, planting seeds, looking on the work that he's doing. Preparing for the future, looking to see what he can grow, but at the same time, you know, I think she sees that although he's digging and digging and digging, is he getting anywhere? It's the fact that, you know, he's been going through a pattern of, and I think we said this in a previous reading as well, his emotional well-being, and he's been stuck in that trench and has been trying to dig his way out. And every time, well, we've seen the previous court cases, he tried to dig his way out and it wasn't successful. He planted the seeds of his truth, that wasn't successful. So she's concerned that Johnny Depp might stay in that mindset. However, he needs to make a commitment to change that mindset, and hopefully the seeds of truth that he's planting now will bear fruit for him. So what is she hoping for the outcome for the trial? And we have the lookout here, and the lookout is in the upright. So what she's hoping for, excuse me, my nose is blocked. I'm convinced my eyes were sore as well earlier today. It is this hay fever. There's a lot of tree pollen out just now, and it really is affecting me. I have this bunged up nose. So if I'm sounding a bit nasally, you now know why that is the case, so I apologise. Not only do you have to contend with my Scottish accent, you have to contend with me and a bunged up nose as well when I'm doing these readings. So, anyway, back to I digress. So what we have here, looking what she hoping the outcome is going to be, and we'll have the lookout in the upright here. And this is a man looks through binoculars from the crow's nest of a great masted ship. A battle is being waged on the deck below. Now, isn't this ironic when we talk about the Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? There is a challenging situation and perhaps even a battle of sorts around you. You could experience a sudden fall or a loss of your position, but if you're aware, you can make a backup plan. This will help you ride through the difficult time a little more easily. And the phase is temporary, and it's important to keep your balance. And this goes on from this card here, friends, in the karmic trench. He's now getting out the karmic trench. He's now on this mast thing, the lookout mast thing. I know what I'm trying to say. And this battle is raging all around him, and this is the legal team. You know, Amber Heard's legal team, his legal team, and one slip, and he could fall, but he's got to maintain that balance. He's got to stay above and look around him and keep cool while everything else is falling around him just now. So, what she's saying is the outcome could be that he achieves, you know, a winning position despite this. Well, that is another 3 weeks or another 2 weeks of revelations, allegations coming out that he needs to keep his head. What about Kate Moss herself? 8 of Forces in the reverse, the lightning bolt we have for our Kate. And what does that mean for Kate? Because ordinarily Forces is to do with the elements, the life forces. I don't know if you can see that in the upright. I'll turn it around. This is how it looks in the upright. But bear in mind, we pulled it when it was in the reverse. So, for us, what we're looking for is how is this impacting on Kate Moss. And it could be this has been like a bolt out of the blue in the reverse. You know, this is the last thing she needs is her name getting dragged into the court case as well. So she's not too happy with that. She knows she might have to say something just to clear the air. You know, it might be that this is the divine force saying, right, it is now time, clear the air, take a deep breath, and speak your truth. So, the storm is dispersing. You know, all those clouds have gathered around, her name's getting brought up again by Amber Heard for these allegations, things that she's never said herself. And she's thinking, oh my goodness, here we go. She's probably got family herself as well. And the last thing she needs is this brought up, dragged back into the news. So let's try a Starseed. So I've got the 8 of Forces, the lightning bolt has hit. Oh, Kate. So let's see what the Starseed Oracle is saying. Share your song, frequency and sound, frequency of sound, and deep diving. So the Fail and Oracle Elders. So the Fail and Oracle Elders. Let's just have a little deep dive into that. The Fail and Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings, here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. So when you put that next to the lightning bolt, you have the forces again. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the wounding, the identity, and the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. Allow the song that echoes into the four chambers of your heart to emanate in all four directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain, and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavour to see the soul of those you meet. How you're being called to share your soul's unique song. And this might be, as we say, we talked about the Eight of Forces, where she has to step up and share her song, her version of what her truth is. Okay, folks, I'm going to say thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. As I say, this is all for entertainment purposes only. It doesn't stand up in a court of law. If you're affected by any issues that you've been seeing on the television or YouTube, the news articles, anywhere, please seek the help of a professional. Thank you once again for joining me. Take care. Bye.